What is up, guys? We are back with more Mass Effect 1. In the previous video, we kind of stopped in the middle of the mission for gathering Liara, because I was going to do the infinite experience cheat. And I did do that for a while, but I just realized how long it would take. I would seriously be sitting here for the next 6 hours. So I basically just got it to a point where I got most of the stuff that I want. I'm at level 31. From what I understand, level 60 is the highest, so about halfway there. Yeah, most I just did my assault rifle and armor, just so I don't like get brutally killed if I make a wrong turn. So, but everything else I pretty much left as is. We're going to go through the rest of the game, and it'll likely give us all the experience points we need. So, let's continue on getting Liara. Yeah, she's down here. Yeah, it took me a really long time, so I just got tired of it, so I'm just going to continue on. Oh, that's cool. It's green. Oh.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
Superior firepower. Yeah, it's not important.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on!
Okay.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Seren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
Uh-oh.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Crap.
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Okay, the more I spend with Rex, like the more I like him. He's awesome. He's like a grumpy old man. Uh-oh. Look, another Krogan. Man, the way they walk is weird. Guessing they don't run.
Brenda, you don't. That would be no fun.
Yeah, this ruin's coming down,
In
dude.
case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Yeah, you want to do this now? Seriously?
Is this really the time?
The atmosphere is perfect for a life and death struggle. Kill them. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Ah!
Lost shield!
Powering up.
That was close. Okay, so we have Liara. It's cool.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur.
Huh.
The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
I mean, they do call him Joker, so I guess he gets a pass.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have
Okay.
spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years? Oh, well, I mean, we knew the Asari were pretty long-lived. But, yeah, that's kind of... You know who she reminds me of? Her voice, she reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember, the original, Teen Titans show. Like, way back in the day. I mean, it's not too far back, but, like, she reminds me of Starfire for some reason. I don't know why. It must be the exact way she says things, like how she enunciates each syllable. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm going crazy.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Only.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Huh. So, wow, she can live for over 100 years and people still not take her seriously? That sucks. Yeah, I had a vision.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Okay. I mean, I want to say cycle, but how the heck did you know that?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
Exactly.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Okay, then who came before the Protheans?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Wow, that's a lot of... Okay, So, wow. So we know that the Reapers wiped out the Protheans, or at least the Geth thinks so. Would they have also taken out all those other civilizations? But like, how long does it take a civilization to, like, get as advanced as the Protheans? I don't know. I'm sure the answer is right in the next dialogue.
They were wiped out by a race of
Yeah.
sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
Beacon?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
Okay. So, I'm guessing she's another love interest for my character. Again, I'm not really... It's not what this playthrough is about, but... I don't know. I'm just trying to get to know people first. So what good are you? I'm sure you can be of use. I mean, we're going after stuff that's at least Prothean and beyond. We're gonna need somebody that's smart.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Yeah.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Well, cool beans.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Sure.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
What am I gonna say? No? I mean, yeah, they just made me a Spectre.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Oh, because she's, the daughter of Saren's second-in-command. Well, so far she wants to help us. She did seem a little shady with that sudden weakness, but... yeah.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
This guy really doesn't like me. Yeah, it was.
The Geth were
I could
crawling all
have
over
hung
those
up.
ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
No pressure. Okay, so we have... I'm guessing we have a new crew member. Let's go make the rounds with everybody. Let's talk to...
Yes, Commander?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
Okay.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
Well, thank you.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Cool.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's make the rounds, talk to people. What's this? Oh, just adding stuff to the codex.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Yeah, I think we've already asked this.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Cool. Alright, let's go down and talk to our awesome band of misfits. Thank you, sir. Where would Liara be? We said we'd check up on her. Okay, let's talk to Caden. Man, this lighting is strange.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Yeah, she's cute, but... eh.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Okay,
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
All right. Let's label it officially off the record. Got something on your mind?
Straight up, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I mean, I understand.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
In what?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Jeez. Yeah, what was the survival rate?
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. I mean, how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Huh.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
What the fuck?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold.
Huh.
I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Yeah, that would kind of seem shady too. Yeah, and sorry for that last remark there. I just sometimes the shifts in dialogue just kind of throw me, and I'm like, where did that? No, that wouldn't come up in a normal conversation.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
It's a big galaxy, Lieutenant. Who knows what will come in handy?
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Okay. Cool. Let's go check on the dock, see if anything's... Yeah, because she was supposed to come and see her.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Or I guess not.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Maybe she's back here. Ah, there she is.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I mean, I wasn't worried. I was just trying to make sure you're okay.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Okay, that seems a little factual. That one seems a little friendly.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Okay. Cool beans.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Okay, so she allied with Saren because she wanted to, like, get him to be good again?
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Yeah, what's up with the Asari in general?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That is extremely offensive.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
Huh.
We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So you basically pull a Spock on people and that's how you reproduce. Physical contact may or may not be. Huh, that's interesting.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Yeah.
Do you know who Matriarch Venezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Well, I mean, if they can mate with anybody, then of course, but...
Venezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common. Not for the purposes of reproduction.
Oh.
Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Venezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Well, that sucks. Now I feel bad for her.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Venezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
How do they deal with that?
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
That's fascinating. But also kind of sad, if you think about it. Huh.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really glad I'm taking the time to meet with everybody and talking. Let's go down and talk to these guys. So, Asari are interesting. They live for over 1,000 years. They can psychically meld with somebody. Huh. That's crazy. I just realized that is the thing that I've been driving. Wow. I'm an idiot. Let's make our rounds.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Hell yeah.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Wait. What? Hang on, you knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Come on, Rex.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
Yeah.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Huh.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Okay.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Oh.
Every damn one.
That sucks. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Boy. I mean, it's been like 30 years. Why are we still harping about this?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I mean, I don't want to piss her off, but I really don't like her tone. This is not to say that I don't like her. I just don't like this. Like this, her stance on this topic.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, If you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Okay, couple things. That example with the dog, that depends on how much you love the dog. At least for me. I had an awesome dog when I was a kid, and if it was up to me or the dog, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I let the dog be killed. But, I mean, I get her underlying point. But that sentence right there at the edge, it's not racism, not really. Yeah, no. I really want to say this, but there's probably a reason why she says this.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded.
And there it is.
My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know.
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
Look, I get it, because in real life I'm pretty sure we'd have trouble trusting aliens, but at the same time you have to learn to work with them.
Alright. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Are we gonna tell Garrus that?
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
Nope.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Hey Garrus, Ashley's willing to kiss you.
Commander, how are you?
Good, but it doesn't give me that option, so...
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Oh snap, you could have been a Spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
Well, that sucks.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Okay.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Yeah, but... I mean, the rules do exist for a reason.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Okay. I'll get back to you in a second. Let's go talk to Tally. And then see what's sweet.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
Huh.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay.
I should go.
See you later.
Anything new?
Something I can do for you, Commander.
No.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, lots to unpack there. Okay, so we checked in with everybody. Let me look at my list. The next thing we gotta do is... Oh, it just says do a bunch of uncharted worlds, so I guess we're gonna go searching the map out here. Oh, that probably means a lot more time in that rover tank thingy. Okay, well, I'm going to pause it here and save. Yeah, you see the 144 saves? That was me doing that experience thing. It took forever. Cool. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here, and when we come back we will be doing some side missions, going to explore some planets and just see what's going on. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.